I do recall the worst flood to hit our region, the Jasper floods in far north Queensland, and the former member for Barron River, who was also the former Child Safety Minister, he wasn't to be seen in Barron River for at least 2 weeks during that disaster. He was at the tennis. In far north Queensland, we don't experience policy, we experience consequences from poor policy. We see the flashing lights on the Captain Cook Highway
Member
at
for
midnight.
Bundaberg, you are now on order.
We see the exhausted teachers supporting children who are carrying adult-sized trauma, empty bellies and scars we cannot see but we can feel. We can see the grandparents stepping in to raise kids because someone else couldn't keep them safe. And we have one of the highest rates of domestic violence and strangulation in the state. It is heartbreaking. And behind every statistic is an adult or a child that is just trying to make tomorrow better than yesterday. And for too long, the response was reactive, record the incident, process the paperwork and move to the next crisis. But this government is doing something different. We are redesigning the system so harm is prevented, not just documented. We have strengthened the domestic and family violence laws so police can act immediately, not after escalation. High-risk offenders are GPS monitored so perpetrators are tracked instead of victims living in fear. This is an option now for the police. We changed these laws last year to protect more women from high-risk domestic family violence offenders.
Too much noise on my left.
Video recorded evidence means survivors tell their story once, not relive trauma over and over in the courtroom. And here in North Queensland, we're delivering 24/7 crisis line because violence doesn't wait for business hours and neither should help. We recently announced $19.3 million in funding to boost the Cairns Courthouse DVF project, which includes construction of a brand new courtroom dedicated to DVF matters and a new secure DVF safe room, a refurbishment of 2 existing courtrooms, ensuring the victim survivors can have their matters heard sooner. Because everyone deserves to feel safe when seeking justice. Far North Queensland was also the first place for a man to be charged with the new coercive control laws our government introduced last year. But reform isn't just about laws, it's about changing behaviour. And we are investing in prevention and perpetrator intervention programs to stop violence before children grow up thinking that this is normal. Because the safest DVF response is the one that prevents the next victim. Mr. Speaker, no child chooses the home that they grow up in, and sadly, many children live in terrible conditions that you wouldn't leave an animal in. So we are rebuilding the system around stability. We are boosting support payments to carers so more families can step forward, and we are piloting professional foster care to provide consistent, skilled support for complex children. And we're introducing dual carer residential models so children have relationships, not just rosters. We are planning secure care facilities for the highest risk cases so children and carers remain safe. And for the actual first time, we went looking for children that are missing, not waiting for paperwork to catch up with the reality. And this is what change looks like. No announcements, just action. We've also established a commission of inquiry because systems only improve when governments are honest about failure. We will not hide the problems behind reports. We will confront them and we will fix them because children in far north Queensland deserve the same protection as children anywhere in Queensland. We are already seeing early results, fewer victims and more offenders held accountable. But Mr. Speaker, Queensland has watched a revolving door of ministers under the former Labor government with announcements, reviews and roadmaps that led nowhere. But the difference today is leadership, and instead of conferences followed by silence, we have a smart, dedicated, passionate minister methodically implementing step-by-step reform, rebuilding a system that has been allowed to drift for far too long, and because protecting children is not solved by one speech.
Speaker.